Lads, lads, lads. Lads, 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 welcome to another match preview. It is Sheffield United at home to Plymouth Argyle in the FA Cup. It's been a very, very long time since we've played Plymouth Argyle. Hal, what are you saying, mate? How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you very much. Just so everyone knows, Nick, FA Cup fourth round. It is 3 p.m. tomorrow, and you can watch the game. It's going to be broadcast live across BBC digital platforms on Red Button, BBC iPlayer, or you can watch it on the BBC Sport website.
Yeah, exciting. We're getting some free games, which is quite nice. You've not seen me already, have you, Hal? Today.
I'm just looking at you now wearing the lovely green shirt.
Well, that's what I was just going to say. It's probably the worst time that I could have worn the green shirt, isn't it, when we're playing someone like Plymouth Argyle?
Yeah.
Right, so we'll talk about the last game. I don't know which one to talk about, whether we're going to talk about the last FA Cup game, seeing as though this is the FA Cup, or the last home game. I'll do a little bit of both. So we played Spurs. We had probably about a few minutes of good times when we nearly got ourselves back into the game, and then we got slapped back down to earth. The FA Cup game, I quite enjoyed it. Seeing goals go in the back of the net, which we've not seen too many of them this season. So it's a very, very healthy position that we're in. We've got Plymouth Argyle, no offence to Plymouth, but we are... Well, they're in League One, aren't they?
League One, yeah.
Yeah, so we're two divisions in front of them, just. So you would think we would be winning this game, but you never know. I feel like if we don't turn up, we're not one of these teams that can just phone it in and win a game. I think we need to be on form in this game. So yeah, after that we've got two Championship clubs if we did beat Plymouth. So why can't we get to the quarterfinals? So anyway, last time out, Hal, what happened?
3-0 win in the FA Cup second round in 2014. Plymouth were then League Two. We were, of course, League One. That's why we were playing in the second round. Ruben Reid had missed a penalty for Argyle. Baxter put the Blades in front from the spot following Ben Purrington's pull on Mark McNulty. Baxter extended our lead with another penalty 8 minutes later when Peter Hartley fouled Jamie Murphy. And we added a third late on when McNulty flicked home Florent Cuvelier's low cross. Chris Basham actually played in central defence for us that day, and of course will probably be playing in central defence for us tomorrow as well. The attendance for that one, 7,348, which of course will be significantly more than we will see beautiful downtown Bramall Lane tomorrow.
Oh, you just nicked that off me. I was going to say that.
Sorry. If you're interested, Plymouth's last win at the Lane came in 2007, which was a 1-0 win, and I think we both remember the rather cheeky Richard Creswell goal when we put four past them. Jamie Ward having a great day that day as well.
Yeah, the Blades put that out recently, didn't they? On Twitter, that Cresy goal. Love anything like that.
That's right.
You love to see it. A lot of them players, I really liked him. Like Jose Baxter, thought he was an excellent player. Excellent, such a great technician. Jamie Murphy, we all love Jamie Murphy. He's given us some great times. Florent Cuvelier, what an absolute legend.
A waste of talent. By the way, Baxter is now playing. He's only 28, prime of his career. He's now playing in Memphis, Tennessee.
Do you know what, mate? It's crazy, isn't it, that you can be a great footballer, throw your career away, and then go across to America and get paid to play the sport that you love. I'd love to go and live in America.
The best money, if you can get it, is really to be paid to come in and train with your friends, sit in a club canteen and eat, and not really ever have to do anything. That is the Jack Rodwell life, and it's great money if you can make it.
Absolutely. We'll not go into that because a few people said some things to me about that. So anyway, we'll go into the team news. For this one, Jack Rodwell possibly playing. Who'd have thought it? Hal, you've been banging the drum for old Jackie Rodders recently, haven't you?
Is that what we're calling him now? Jackie Rodders. Disavow. I am not calling him Jackie Rodders.
Don't disavow me again, Jesus.
I'm disavowing you again. That's something I do constantly to Nick, by the way.
Do you say that in real life?
Yeah, I back away from your controversial tweets and I want nothing to do with them.
Disavow!
Disavow.
Shut up, so I think he'll probably be on the bench. Like you've just said, Chris Basham will probably play in that right centre-back role, and I'm expecting Rodwell... I don't know, actually. He might play in the midfield, but we've not seen him play in midfield. He's always played at the back. So he might play instead of Basham. You never know. I think 90% of this team will have played against Spurs. We've had some time off as well. We had way more time than what we expected. What we've kind of had in recent times, shall I say. Ben Osborne and McBurney both not going to play. Apparently, Chris Wilder said. We were expecting to see Ozzy in the last game, and he wasn't in the squad at all, which I think a lot of people would have liked to have seen him play over Enda Stevens. But fair enough, it's one of them things. When you get injured, you get injured. And then there's 7 players that were out that aren't getting kind of featured. So that's where we're at. So I'll go straight into the predicted lineup, or what I would like it to be, maybe. A lot of people calling for Verips or League One Wes, but I think Ramsdale needs to go in there. I don't think I'm going to be able to do any of these. I've not written them down, and the reason why I didn't write them down is because I kind of wanted to do it on the fly and just kind of think, what would I do? It's one of them. It's either Bulldog or Bogle, isn't it? But like Bulldog, for me, I would play Bulldog over Bogle every day of the week because of the past. But Bogle is doing well at the moment, and I think against a lower league team, he could possibly get another goal like he did in the last round. So yeah, possibly go for Bogle. I think the defence will probably be the same. Maybe Kean Bryan at left centre-back. Ho, 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 Kean Bryan. And then Enda Stevens, left wing-back. I think Norwood will keep his place. Lundstram Fleck, probably. Yet again. I'd like to see... I think I said this for the last game, the last FA Cup game. I'd like to see Brewster play up front in this game, but I'd also like to see Burke play in this game. I think Didsy's earned himself a little rest. I think Mousse played in the last FA Cup game, didn't he, with Didsey, and then they brought on Burke. So I'd like to see Burke start. I'd like to see Brewster start. What about you, Hal? What would you like to see?
Well, John Wallace in the live chat, which you can join us on now if you are watching this live, has said, what about Max Lowe? You know my thoughts on Max Lowe. I mean, Nick, I'll throw it back to you. Do you think he gets a game?
He could do. I think he's a poor player. But against a League One club, he might find his level. You never know.
There's definitely a shout for leaving Ramsdale in. And there's also another shout for giving him a rest because he's in bad form. And maybe, let's see, we don't know about Salad Fingers, Verips, and if he's actually good enough to take that shirt.
What Salad Fingers? I know what Salad Fingers is, but where did that come from?
Verips, have you ever seen his hands out of his gloves? He's got the longest fingers of a man that I've ever seen, and he reminds me of Salad Fingers.
When have you got him out of his gloves?
It's just when he first signed for us, he was grabbing the ball and the photo, and I just thought those fingers, it's like an arachnid. So it was actually quite terrifying.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's move on from Salad Fingers, and I'll let you talk.
Yeah, Plymouth. I mean, they've had a short week travelling up to Sunderland on Tuesday night in a match that finished 2-1 to the Green Army. It's the Pilgrims who had just 3 shots on goal, scored 2 of them. It was their first away win of the season. There is an injury concern for them over Adam Lewis, who scored on his debut, so maybe there's a beginning of something going on there. The 11, if he's fit, could be a 5-3-2. It's a 3-5-2 in possession, so kind of similar to ourselves. If Lewis isn't risked, then Connor Grant will shift to left wing back. You'll have Tyrese Fornar will move into the middle. Ben Reeves might get a shout in midfield because he's done really well in the cup games so far this season, but he hasn't played much in the league. It's unlikely former Wendy man and current Pilgrims manager Ryan Lowe will change too much. George Cooper is Plymouth's best player, but he's injured. He's out for the season. So we'll need to watch Luke Jeffcott, who can be clinical in the 18-yard box on his day, Connor Grant and Danny Mayer. Very tidy players. And as I mentioned, Adam Lewis, if he is playing, he has scored on his debut. So they're likely 11, a 3-5-2. Luke McCormick will probably, he's the backup, start in goal. Then you'll have Watts, Ainson, Apoku, Edwards, Mayer, Grant, Fornar, possibly Lewis, Hardy and Jeffcott.
We are not worthy. Well done, Hal. That is some good research.
Thank
Absolutely
you.
Smashed that. I didn't even know that Ryan Lowe was the manager.
Yeah, he is, and of course, he did play for Hump Day, and I know Wilder said some interesting comments about him by saying, I think if I read between the lines, he's basically saying he was a journeyman that never really settled anywhere.
Fair enough. Yeah, I won't go into the story, but one of my mates who is a Wednesday fan, I'm sorry about that. He sung this amazing drunken song about Ryan Lowe. Like I say, I won't go into it, but that's the only reason why I know that Ryan Lowe played for him, because he wasn't the best of strikers.
Yeah, you're right. Instantly forgettable.
Yeah, exactly. Score prediction.
3-0 to the Red and White Wizards.
Ooh, come on, mate. You trying to say that we're not going to concede a goal?
I am. I think if we play Ramsdale, who knows? But I think I just would love a clean sheet for Rammers and to start building on that confidence he got against Newcastle, because we all want him to succeed. No one wants it to be an £18 million flop.
Yeah, exactly. And he's only worth 8 million now, isn't he, Hal?
According to our recent tweets, do follow us on Twitter.
And Instagram. And Facebook. All down at the bottom of the screen right now, guys. My score prediction. What am I going to say? 3-1. I'll go 3-1. We've got to concede a goal, haven't we?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying the exact opposite.
Right, well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see who gets it right and who Hal's mum will be more pleased with.
Yeah, so far I haven't got a single score prediction correct. There's almost no point in that feature at all.
Yeah, exactly. But I did, so maybe in future you don't do score predictions because you're crap at them.
I love that. I don't want to do it.
Right, memorable matches, Hal.
4-3 win against Plymouth, Saturday, 27th of Feb 2010. Jamie Ward scored twice. It was a championship match. We were pushing for the playoffs. We were under Kevin Blackwell. Henri Camara struck from 12 yards, while Ward smashed home an 18-yard volley and then converted an Iron Nosworthy pass. We were 3-0 up. Yannick Balassi, he was a sub for Plymouth. Can you imagine? I mean, he's such a good player. He replied for the Pilgrims after some hesitant defending, shall we say, and Joe Mason also converted a flick on, but Richard Creswell made it 4-2 after a defensive mistake before Jamie Mackey scored a 20-yard consolation volley.
That sounds like an amazing game, and I'm sure I was there. I just can't remember it, to be perfectly honest.
I was there.
Oh, course you were. You remember everything, don't you, Hal?
I do, unless I don't.
Yeah, that's true. Same here. Let's move on to player connectiones. And
I've got too many.
Yours is a stupid list.
Yeah, who'd have thought that Plymouth Argyle and ourselves would have had arguably the most player transfers or players that have played for both that we've ever done?
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? It might just be that you're shit hot at research this week, because you've absolutely smashed this video. Can I please start with the guy that I think has played for everybody?
Yeah.
Because every time we do one of these videos, or maybe when we played lower teams, I've been like, Lillian Nallis played for them, and then I look at him and he hasn't. So Leicester, I think I got that one right. I can't remember who else he's played for now, but every time we do one of these, I remember seeing Lillian Nallis in a whatever shirt, and he definitely played for Plymouth Argyle. I had it in my head, and it is true.
You are correct.
Long-haired beauty of a man.
Okay. I also have to do a tip of the hat to Adam Wilson, one of our fans react, who's helped me. A magnificent guy. He knows everything about football. He's helped me a lot with these player connections. I will give you a player I used to call Blue Boots, Lee Martin, who, of course, we had on loan from Manchester United, so I'll probably use him again on our next match preview.
Yeah, he was okay. He wasn't too bad, was he? And he stayed in the Championship for a bit.
Yeah, and he had a good game against Manchester City in Brian Robson's last win.
Was it? Oh, good knowledge, good knowledge. Next, I'm going to go for Jose Baxter. Jose Baxter. We've mentioned him already, and he in fact played for Plymouth Argyle. Very, very good player on his day. Big fan of his.
Yeah, I almost regret sending you that one on Facebook a few days ago.
I already got that.
Oh, did you already have that? All right.
He's
Okay.
under the one that you didn't get, so he definitely was from me.
Callum McFadzean.
Yes.
And I'll also throw in Billy Clark, who both of them, and Baxter actually, played for Plymouth last season.
Fair play, mate. Fair play. Next, I'm going to go for... Who shall I go for? Adrian Littlejohn. His son went to the same school as me. He was in year 7 when I was in year 10 or 11, and he run rings round a lot of the older lads, so fair play to him. Whoever he is. I don't know his name.
Manager connection, of course, Neil Warnock, and he likes to bang on about the fact that he's still got a house in that part of the world. But if you want a player connection, the $1 million man, Jordan Slew.
Yeah. Could have had a lot different career, couldn't he?
Yeah, if he'd stayed with United, I think he would.
Yeah, weird. It was fair play. It was a good signing for Blackburn at the time. £1 million for a player that had just flown out of the academy and started banging goals in for us. And I suppose back then £1 million was a great deal more with how much money was back then. Ryan Leonard, the player that we
started his career with Plymouth.
Yeah, the player that we were absolutely chasing for a very, very long time. It was like the Dean Hammond thing where we were chasing for such a long time, and he never really got a run in the team. I don't think he's a bad footballer. I just don't think he was as good as what was in front of him, really.
Yeah, we saw Wilder chase a number of players and end up, not working out. Ricky Holmes. Yeah, springs to mind. All right, I'm going to give you a load in a big flurry now. Shane Lowry, Caelan Lavery. Also Marcel Sipe, Barry Hales, and Vincent Perricard.
Nice. I'm going to throw at you Simon Walton.
Yes, who actually never played a first-team game for the Blades. He was injured in pre-season.
He'd gone for some money in the past, hadn't he? He was very much kind of like a player that... Did he play for Leeds as well?
Yeah, that's where he made his name.
Yeah. I think I remember when we signed him, everyone was like, buzzing about that. Another one of your best mates in the world, Hal, Doug Hodgson.
Yes, I can't believe I didn't get Dougie. I was chatting to him on Facebook just today.
We really?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Nathan Thomas. I put him up on
that goal
Twitter earlier, the other day. Yeah, that goal against Ipswich. Absolute cracker, wasn't it?
Yeah, love that one. What about Paul Connolly, 2010, on loan from Derby, 7 games, started his career at Plymouth, played a few more for them, 162, the right back.
Just 1 or 2, yeah. I'm out. I'm all out.
Oh, I've got one more.
Go on.
Leon Clark.
Who? Never heard of him. Move on.
That's it.
What a
Leon
legend.
Clark's your last
what a
one.
legend.
That's a lot. I mean, I gave you like 17 there. I think, to be fair, that's actually too many.
Yeah, definitely. I got 9 and I was buzzing. I was thinking, I've done Hal here.
I know. You actually messaged me saying you'd done me. We did at one point limit these to 3 each, and looking at the length of this video, we may well return to that.
Why? What we're on up to now?
What, be 20 minutes?
Whee, brilliant.
Hey.
I don't think it's going to be a very watched video, this, to be honest. Hal, FA Cup against Plymouth Argyle, but
Talk it down.
Anyway.
I'll just have a quick look at the comments. There's actually loads more comments this time, so maybe we should always do these at 7 p.m. We've had a few saying we should put youngsters on the bench. I think that's a really good shout, especially, is it Ayari, the young lad? Aaron saying Hackford's got to be on the bench. I've got to agree with that. James Williams has said Ben Davis, is he coming to the lane? One thing I will say, James, is myself and Nick did a watch-along for the Preston North End friendly game, and we were both very impressed with what we'd heard prior to the game about Ben Davis from PNE fans, and then of course we were keeping an eye on a number of their players, and he was pretty good. And also we've got Scott Kelly giving us a 2-0 prediction. Thank you very much for that. And Sean Judson asking about Jesse Lingard, and as you know, my lips remain sealed.
Just don't bring it up, mate. You just dig yourself a hole constantly. No.
And also Oliver saying, Nick, you're wearing the shirt that cannot be bought. So
can't be bought anymore. I'm sure it can.
Joey says Jordan Slew still lives in Sheffield. So Jordan, if you're watching, if you want to be on one of these videos with us, just comment down below.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got nothing bad to say about Jordan Slew, to be honest. I'd have probably done the same as what he did.
I think what Nick's saying is he's got nothing else bad to say about it.
I don't think I said anything bad about Jordan Slew.
Well, here's a good one. Why don't you all watch the video again to check, give it a like and share
Exactly, because I always forget to say like the video at the start. So please go and like it now, guys. Would really appreciate it. How are we going to win this game, Hal?
We're going to score more goals than we let in.
That's a great idea. That's what I...
It's something that we should start telling the players before each match.
Yeah, in every league game. That would be nice. Maybe not in the next two, because they're going to be very, very difficult. But anyway, I think we're about there, aren't we? About there to leave everybody. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Hopefully we'll be going into Sunday absolutely buzzing that we're in the next round of the Cup. But we'll see. So thank you, Hal, for being here.
Thank you very much. Follow us on the socials down below to find out when the next match preview will be. And do please join us live. We love reading your comments and butchering your surnames.
Yay. Right, so thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. Like the video before you go. Subscribe if you haven't already. And let's wave.
Okay, stay in good, Nick.
Stay in good, Nick, guys.